Hello and welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two Caribbean islands 40% alcohol white rums. This is WD Liquors, imported from the Caribbean islands by Wide World Importers, bottled in Kentucky for Winn-Dixie stores. Winn-Dixie founded in 1955, and this could go back that far because in my whole lifetime they've had private label rum, tequila, bourbon, gin, vodka, Canadian whiskey, etc. So, it's sort of a thing in Louisiana to go to Winn-Dixie and get a bunch of inexpensive big bottles of liquor for a party. Do they advertise for it? Absolutely not. There are no promotions. They just run sales on it from time to time, more like most of the time, and people buy it. And I did a solo review, and I was pleased with it. I put it in taste challenges, and it did well. It scored better than you would expect. So it kind of like overachieved. That's why I got it wrong 4 times, and I got it wrong 4 times. I got it mixed up with other products, kind of at its level. And I did a tie once where I did not call it. I couldn't tell them apart, and I wasn't going to just take a lucky guess, and get it right. So here's Captain Morgan White Rum, introduced in 2014. Big glass bottle. I bought this at Winn-Dixie also. They had a discount at the time. Diageo was running a deal where they had a little card hanging off the neck of the bottle, and if you sent it in, you had to take time to fill out the card and send it in, pay the price for the stamp, and they would send you a $5 refund. And I did it, and they said allow 6 to 8 weeks, but actually I got the money back in about 3.5 weeks. But I think they do those kind of things, or they used to do them, because they figure people they're gonna take the tag and buy it, and then they'll just put it off, and they'll never take the time to send in the refund. So I got it. I actually paid $14.99 for this. It was $19.99. Now it's going up. The price has gone up, as you would imagine. In the last 4 years, we've had a lot of price increases. It's in embossed glass bottle. Right after I bought this, they changed the label. They add red and blue. So now it's like red, white, and blue. At the time, it was white label with gold, and then the blue from the ocean in the background. There's Captain Morgan, who was actually the first governor of Jamaica, British Jamaica. True story. Caribbean island, Jamaica. But this is not made in Jamaica. It's made in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. Look what it says. Rum distilled in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. There's a distillery there, Captain Morgan Distillery. They give tours. You can go take a tour. This is 5 times distilled. They used to make a Captain Morgan silver label in the 1970s, maybe in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, it says right here, Governor of Jamaica in 1680, appointed Governor of Jamaica 1680. That would have been King Charles II appointing him. House of Stuart. Of course, they're going to say it's great, it's amazing, Well, all liquor companies say that, but it is pretty good. I got to admit it. But I don't know what happened. There was a Captain Morgan Silver, and it went away at some point, probably during the transition between when Seagram's owned this product. They started it. They created Captain Morgan in 1943. And then when they decided to sell all their liquor brands and get into a different type of business, streaming video, entertainment, multimedia business, so they sold this to Diageo. But Diageo brought back the clear rum. They brought in Captain Morgan White, and they changed the name, Captain Morgan White label, White Rum, instead of Captain Morgan Silver. And in 2014, so it's been on the market 10 years. And I think they changed the label like 3 times already. Changed it twice. The original label, second and third label. Same product. Okay. I'll do a screen share. Well, I'll pour them first, but you know what they're going to look like. They're going to be clear liquid, right? And I still have most of this bottle left. It's got a smooth cap, which if your hands are greasy, you wouldn't be able to unscrew it. Mine are not, so I'm able to. All right. Glass bottle. Looks pretty. Now, Captain Morgan. Now, this is popular. I'm not going to say it's not popular. Captain Morgan White Label is popular. People buy it, the white rum, and they use it for cocktails and all that. But what is the big Captain Morgan product? Not the white rum. It's the spice rum. You know that. I know that. The American people know that. So Captain Morgan makes their money off of white spice rum. But on the other hand, some people are not necessarily interested in spice rum, so they buy the white. And there's a market for it. And they know that. And so that's why they brought this out in 2014. But like I said, for years, there was a white Captain Morgan White Rum. Sorry, they called it silver. Was it the same thing? I don't know about the same, but I bet you it was pretty much the same. So, yeah. Not much to show there visually. I mean, they're even. So, Wide World Importers imports this from some Caribbean island. Don't know which one or which ones, probably plural, because they probably blend different ones from different islands. Can't say that for sure. And it's bottled in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace Distillery by Wide World Importers. They don't use the name Buffalo Trace because Wide World Importers does private label brands. And that's probably what those people do for Sazerac Company, because it's part of the Sazerac Company. Okay. Whereas Buffalo Trace is also owned by Sazerac, but they're you know what they do? They develop all kind of well-known bourbon whiskeys and some cheap ones too, but like really cheap. But their claim to fame is Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, Hancock, Pappy Van Winkle, stuff like that. They also make their own vodka. It's called Wheatley, Harlan Wheatley, and that's a different story. They make a bourbon cream liqueur, and when I went on the tour, they gave us free bourbon cream liqueur to try with some little chocolate candies filled with it. It was very nice. But they just do all kind of operations. Super expensive, hundreds of dollars per bottle bourbons. Mid-range, Eagle Rare, $35, $40 a bottle. And Benchmark, really cheap, $12 a bottle or less. I've seen Benchmark for $8.99 a bottle. I've seen handles for $17.99. Okay, I'm trying to get that thing to focus. Okay, let's go to screen share. There it is. WD Liquors or Winn-Dixie, same thing because WD stands for Winn-Dixie. Light rum, 59.2 ounces or 1.75 liters, depending on which system you use, metric or English imperial system. $12.99 for the next, let's see, 10 days. Yeah, you pretty much not going to find rum in a huge bottle like that for less than $12.99. I mean, you might, but the chances are not very good. The likelihood is not promising. That's like basically they're selling it for the cheapest price you can get rum. Okay, Captain Morgan. Let's see what they got Captain Morgan going for. And this is a grocery store, but they sell liquor in the store. Here we go, Captain White Rum, $20.99. Yep, there you go. It's funny. There's a new label. I'll show you the new label on the website. Never bothered to update the label. Different bottle though from mine. From mine's is it's like a plastic bottle. Well, that's bizarre. I don't think it is though. I guess it's glass. $20.99. The regular price is $36.99. Are you kidding me? Till September 1st. But like I said, they had it for $19.99, and I got this was years ago now, like a good number of years ago, and I had the little rebate card, and I sent it in, and so I ended up paying $14.99 plus the postage stamp. So I paid less than $16. So yeah. Now here they got a write-up. They don't have a write-up, but Captain Morgan, mix it up with Captain Morgan White Rum. Our 80 proof white rum is 5 times distilled, making it perfect for mixing in your favorite refreshing tasting cocktail. And then they go on and on about the cocktail ideas. So is that a bad price? No, actually, that's probably the cheapest price you'll find for it this day and age. I can't be finding a handle of that for less than $20.99. That seems outrageously low. Morgan White Rum. Here's the new label. Actually, I think this is not the new label. I think there's an even newer label, but they don't even have it on the website. But the pristine waters of the Caribbean inspired the creation of White Rum, a white rum that is 5 times distilled and made with fine cane molasses, smooth as the captain himself. And there he is, the pirate. Well, hey, that's going to get more attention than a guy who was sitting in an office doing paperwork. Captain Morgan, the first governor of Jamaica. They're not going to show somebody sitting in an office looking through documents and signing the document or sending it back to the people saying, the legislature saying, we need to look at this. Let's amend this part of the bill. That's not going to have a lot of romantic action. What other products does Captain Morgan make? Well, See, there's the new label. It's got like a little cat cartoon, 2-dimensional, they don't try to make it look 3-dimensional. Spice rum, sliced apple, which I had, which was actually very good. Spiked coke, I never had that. White rum, there it is. Spiced black rum, I've seen it around. I don't see it too often. 100 base, I have seen that rarely. Private stock, yeah, I think Walmart handles that. That's a much more expensive. You can forget $20.99. And then all their flavors: spice, silver, coconut, pineapple, orange, vanilla. And then they're ready to drink bottle cocktails, RTDs, tropical Long Island iced tea, Mai Tai, and then the canned ones. And then they got these 2 malt beverages that just hit the market. Sliced up Long Island iced tea, sliced up tropical hurricane. I found both in Louisiana, and I tried both, and they're very good, I might add. Let's see what's in the variety pack. Oh, Mai Tai, strawberry, pineapple daiquiri. I don't want to buy the variety pack. I hope I can find singles of the next two flavors. But I'll admit, they did a good job. I'll sit there and pretend like they didn't do a good job. It's not a rum. It's not made with rum. It's a beer. The only relationship to Captain Morgan is that it uses the name. But Captain Morgan's not an independent company. It never was. It was started by Seagram's as a product line, and it was sold to Diageo in the year 20,000, 20th century, the year 2000, or it might have, I think the sale was completed in 2001. But, and they just continue to expand the product line. Well, Diageo makes beer. You ever heard of Guinness? Diageo is Guinness. I was watching one video where somebody was saying, man, and then he was saying something like, I wonder if Diageo messed up Guinness after they bought them out. And I was like, wait, time out. Diageo did not buy out Guinness. Guinness is Diageo. They just changed the name to Diageo to make it more like a generic name instead of Guinness Beer Company and lots of liquor. They did not get bought out. They just transformed the company into Diageo. Okay. All right. Okay. This should be a blowout. I mean, think about it. It should not be close. We're going to go with the sales prices right now. $20.99 and $12.99. $8 difference. And at the regular price still $8 because they both be a little bit more if they're not on. I think they say in England on offer, on offer. Here we say on sale. Same thing. I don't know what they say in Canada. All right. Let's get to it. Doesn't smell like much. It's very neutral. It smells like, notice I didn't say anything. That's what it smelled like. Like my father would say, it smelled like inert, 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 inert gas, inert. This one has a rich, well, he used to work for DuPont. He worked in the laboratory for years. Okay, but this is rich sugarcane juice, which is converted into light molasses, which is furthermore converted into rum. Now, would I like to go to the Captain Morgan distillery in St. Croix? Well, yeah, I would. Also, I would like to go to the British Virgin Islands, and I think there's a ferry only from one island to them, St. John Island, but maybe there's distilleries on St. John, and maybe there's distilleries on that British Virgin Islands, Tortola, I think it's called. I was looking at the ferry prices. They were expensive, but I mean, they are taking you from one country to another. So, oh well. When I took this ship from Spain to Spanish, from Algeciras, Spain, down across the Mediterranean to, the narrow part of the Mediterranean, right by the Straits of Gibraltar. Only one, Strait of Gibraltar. It was like 60 something dollars, 70, almost 70. But it was round trip. Now, it wasn't one way round trip. You didn't have to pay that. You could just take your own boat, but then you had to have a boat. And it was very nice. I mean, they had a pizza bar in there with beer, wine. So I got the beer. I had enough time on that to sit at the table. It was a big table. You could sit. It was like a lounge seating area, but you could have tables you could sit at. So I sat there and I did 2 beer reviews. And then, but there was an upstairs lounge where it was like real fancy, but you had to have a special ticket for that. And they had people going up there showing, they had a guy with a vest, a nice outfit, checking. But I wasn't going up there. But and you could look out the windows and see Africa approaching, all the mountains and the houses, and on the side of the mountain. It was very exciting. Ronnie S. says, "Hey, Ronald, sorry I haven't been in for a while. I seem to have lost my moderation controls. Can I get them back, please?" No, you didn't lose the moderation. Okay. Because I didn't take it away, and it would never go away if I hadn't removed it. All right. So let's go. So initially, I think this is the WD Liquors. Very dry. Very dry. Is there sweetness? There's a little bit. Is there sugarcane stalks? Yeah, there's grassiness here. A lot of grass. Sugarcane is a grass. It's fine if you like dry products. Some people like sweet, dry, just they can't stand dry. But must be the WD. Here we go over here. Oh yeah, much richer, much sweeter. They say it's 5 times distilled, but it is really sweet. There is some dryness to it, but it's really sweet. So there's no way this is WD. Is it a better flavor? Now that's questionable. I guess it is. Is it $8 better? I don't know about that. Now that's debatable. I don't know if I would pay the extra $8. I might. And in fact, I did. Well, actually, I only paid $2 extra, well, $1 extra, because when I bought the WD earlier this year, it was $13.99. Then they dropped the price to $12.99 for this special sale. And when I got that, I got it for $14.99. But it really wasn't $14.99. It was $14.99 plus the postage stamp. So, but it's still less than 16. So yeah, they were close. But I would say, well, honestly, if you're that curious, just buy them both. Honestly, just buy them both, because you're not paying that much anyway. I mean, it's not like you're gonna go broke, and you're gonna have a lot of pretty nice rum to last a long time. But you say no, 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 no. I only have enough to buy one. Which one should I buy? I guess you should buy the Captain Morgan. It's a better product, assuming that I'm right. I think I'm gonna call this the WD Liquors Winn-Dixie light rum. Got it. So that puts me at what, 12 wins, 4 losses, and one tie. 12 wins. Got it right 12 times. Got it wrong 4 times. Yeah, probably some kind of platform issue. They do that. Okay. Like, it'll show me videos I haven't responded to, but there'll be videos from 2012. I can't respond to something if I don't see it. Anyway, but that's not important. I don't really need a moderator, because there's nothing to moderate, honestly. Okay. Although there's a lot to post, I got to post the links, and post when we're doing a group review, post what we're reviewing and all of that. But it's just like you get used to it, and you can kind of run it pretty smoothly. But yeah, Captain Morgan's a little nicer product. So 12 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie. 12 out of 17. It's not a great record, but it's not terrible. Sort of like what I predicted. I thought WD would be in the mix with a lot of the other ones of its ilk, value price rums, and it was. Like I said, couldn't tell it apart 5 different times. But up against the premium level, like Captain Morgan or Bacardi or Don Q, those kind of things, nah, you're not going to get it confused. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to match up. Just won't. So we'll see what happens with the next one coming up. Now we're finished with rum for about a year, maybe 8 months. I'm not in a great rush to get through it, but it could be a year. So now we're going to go into tequila. I have a gold tequila, mixto, but only paid $17.99. I think I paid $16.99. It was some kind of weird sale, but it's $18.99 right now on sale. $18.99. Maybe I paid $17.99. Yeah, I think that's what it was. $17.99, but it's $18.99 right now. It's Winn-Dixie Gold tequila. It's made by the same people that make everything else for Sazerac. 1143 NOM 1143, which is Gonzalez and Gonzalez Distillery. It's going to be the same story. It's going to be on par with the value price tequilas, and it's going to get whipped by the major brands. And I have a few major brands, and it won't win, or I have a couple at least. And then it's on to mezcal, and I have a very interesting mezcal. It's probably a private label for Total Wine and More, but it's made by a big company. Yeah, well, that's most of their private labels made by a big company under an alias name. So that's nothing strange. Okay, well, thank you and have a nice day.